Hey, good afternoon, everybody.
Hey.
It's September 11th, 2020.
Yeah.
I have a special guest with me today, too, and he's on the side here. And
Hey
it's
there.
Chad. I'll introduce him 1 second. I just want to say this 11th reminds me it was 19 years ago, and I remember watching TV and seeing that actual Red story with those planes, and it was just, I'm sure that was a devastating time, and this is right now where we're with this COVID-19, and I think about all those people that passed. So we got to remember that was 19 years ago today.
Yep.
So today I have a special guest with me. Uh, we're just so happy to have him with me. It's Chad Dawes of Tredwell Coffee, downtown Aurora, and he's got his coffee right there, and it's more
Yep.
than coffee. You got all that other special stuff that I'm
Sure
just
do.
I'm just a Midwestern coffee, just plain coffee guy, not those
Yep.
lattes and all that stuff. But
I'm there with you.
I've had one or two of them. They're good. I'm not.
They're good
They're
treats once in a while, but yeah, I'm a black coffee drinker myself, and
okay.
that's all I
Well,
want.
I'm not black coffee. I got to have. I'm getting closer to that though. I was cream and sugar guy for 10, 20 years. And then all of a sudden, about 10, 20 years ago, I decided I'm cutting out the sugar. So now
Yeah.
I cream, but I compensate though with creamers that got, you know,
A little bit of flavor or something in it. Yeah.
yeah, so then you're back to the sugar
Yeah.
again. So, but I'm so happy to have Chad with us here today. And Chad is, what's that address down there? I got it on the side here, but it's real
Yeah.
small. It's on what?
Yeah.
Down
It's 14 West Downer Place, and we're in Suite 18.
West.
Yeah.
And it's right by the river.
Yep.
You're right on the river. His coffee shop's got a nice little back spot where you can sit down with a umbrella topping
Yep.
and the tables on the river. So
That's where I'm sitting right now.
oh,
Yeah.
are you actually outside?
Yeah. I'm sitting outside on the patio.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got an idea where you're at now. Okay,
Yeah.
now I know where you're. I've sat and it's opposite your side there. So
Yeah.
you're looking at the river basically.
Yeah. Just right over there.
He's looking at the river, that famous Fox River that we have going through the heart of Aurora, and this is right. Tredwell is right near downtown. I mean, City Hall. It's a couple blocks. It's just an historic area of Aurora. And
Yeah.
Ed, how long you been doing this coffee shop?
Sure. We actually opened this location here on May 4th of 2018. So we're just about that 2.5 year mark
Okay,
here in this spot. So
it's been a coffee shop, but you remodeled and did a little different stuff, right?
yeah, down at this location has been a cafe from my understanding, for the last 15 years.
It's been a little while there. I know there's been
Yeah.
different cafes there, but
Yeah.
we want to keep this going, and that's why we're having Chad with us today here.
Yeah, thank you.
He's going to talk a little. First, Chad, I want to ask you a little about the COVID-19 and the impact. I think I'm going to put that up on the side here or somewhere if I can find my little. Like I said to you earlier, Chad, I'm doing a little bit of everything here. I'm going to get rid of this right now. But there's some of the things. I don't know if you folks at home can see that, but it's some of the outline of what's happened because of COVID-19. So why don't you just explain a little what COVID-19 has done to the cafe or how it's affected your outreach there?
Yeah, in the beginning, whenever it was just chaos and we were all trying to figure that out. We did close down for 5 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, I actually contracted COVID-19, and so I was in quarantine for 5 weeks.
You were one of the. So you know about it.
Yeah. So that was the biggest impact. Just we had to literally close the doors. Outside of that, when we came back in and we started opening things back up, we were very cautious and very slow to open things back up. And we did, in the beginning, we had, you could walk up to the door and order. We didn't let anybody inside,
right?
Things like that. And so quickly I found that I had to offer other services. And so that's when we added the delivery through Grubhub. We also added our own mobile order ahead app through what used to be Clusive, which is now, because it says Clusive there, it's now, they've been bought out by Odeco, so I'll have to update that. But you can order any food or drink ahead, and you can put in your vehicle make and model, and we'll run it out to you. Different things like that. You can come in, you can order ahead and come in and grab it. You can sit on the back patio and order it through the app, and we'll bring it out to you. So we're trying to make it as contactless as possible, and that was the biggest change that we had to do in the beginning, was just go contactless with any kind of ordering. We tried to really open it up. We actually even offered free local delivery, things like that. And so we really had to think outside of our four walls.
That's right. You have to think differently.
Yeah.
I want to backtrack 1 second here,
Sure.
Chad, because you said you had the COVID-19. How long did you go to the hospital at all, or is that all at home?
No, I did go to the hospital. I started feeling ill. I do get sinus infections quite often, especially around the springtime. So, I thought, well, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go home.
So you thought you had a bad sinus infection or something like that?
Yeah, I get sinus infections.
Well, I've had those. So yeah.
And so it kind of felt like that in the beginning, and felt that way. And when it progressed from there, the breathing started getting really heavy.
Really?
Things like that. And it was quick. It was within a day or two that started happening. I knew that I needed to get tested. And
right.
At that time, it was very difficult to get tested. I called my doctor. I called the hospital. I was calling all these people to try to just get a test. And nobody had tests. Finally, IDPH let me go over to Rush Copley here in Aurora and get a test. And the only reason why I was able to is because I have underlying conditions.
Oh, they had to give them that too. Yeah. You just couldn't go in and say you felt bad.
No, and they scheduled me a time, and I had to go, and I didn't even enter the hospital. They had a tent set up outside, and
right.
Yeah, so I never even stepped foot into the hospital. They just tested me out there, and at that point, they said that they kind of wanted to admit me. They were starting to, allude to that about needing to find a bed and things of that nature. And quite honestly, I just said, look, I don't feel like I'm hospital bound yet. And if you're having a hard time getting a bed, give it to somebody that needs it. I'll go home. If I start getting worse, we'll call an ambulance. And so I went home and isolated in my bedroom for 5 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
So you never really went to the hospital per se, but you did.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, I went to the hospital to get
for the testing, et cetera, right. And you went through.
Yeah. And then after, even after I got tested, it took 8 days to get my results back in.
Oh man, that's pretty worthless almost.
Yeah, I mean, by that point,
if you really were a type of person would not listen to and just wander around and wait for the result, it's pretty worthless. Right. But you knew that you in your heart knew that you were.
Yeah, it was very clear that I had it. I mean, the symptoms I had, the chest, I couldn't breathe, the coughing, the fever spiking to 104.
Oh, really? That high?
Yeah, it would spike to 104 really fast, and I would take a bunch of, ibuprofens and Tylenols, and it would come back down, and then it would spike, and then it would come back down. So, yeah, it was a pretty intense. There was about 6 days that were just really intense.
Wow.
Going through that. So
when was that now? Is it in March sometime or April?
March. I believe it was March 16th, 17th.
About the time that everybody said it's time to shut down or whatever.
Yeah, it was almost that same week. I think March
St. Patrick's weekend or whatever. Yeah.
So we, I knew I was feeling sick. We went home, and then when I knew that it was COVID, I closed the store. Told my employees, be careful. Isolate a little bit. I hadn't been around them too much, so we felt good about it. But yeah, without me being here, we went ahead and decided to just close the store.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason I asked that was because I really am praying that those side effects, because did we just lose you, Chad? I think we just lost Chad. He's going to come back. He's back. He's coming back. We'll get him back. I can hear you. We'll get you back on the screen here. If I can find you in my, there you are. We've had these little, this is a hiccup here. Okay, we'll have that in the middle there.
Okay.
I was just going to ask you, if you don't mind, I think this is an important thing to people to think on. You had the COVID. We don't know what the long-term effects are.
Correct.
And I've been listening. I don't know if you listen to CNN. I listen to it quite a bit. And this Chris Cuomo, he's had that.
Yeah.
And they every so few nights lately, they call them long haulers. People that still have some symptoms, and they don't know when that's going to be.
I still have, a few things that I could attribute to being, still experiencing. Breathing does get tight every once in a while, and I have noticed that, if I walk up a flight of stairs or something like that, I get winded really quick.
Oh, really?
Things like that. Yeah, but other than that,
you're not a contagion, or you're just got these symptoms. And the other thing was that it seems like this is the reason I'm bringing this up is because people think we can have herd immunity or do things that let everybody get the virus and everything will be fine, or just don't worry about it. It's just like the flu or something.
Yeah,
that's why I'm doing this, Chad. I'm really sorry. I don't want to prolong this, but this could be. They've actually, the CNN, those guys. I think Promo's had a doctor on there, and they basically think maybe the whole thing has got more than lung problem. It's got maybe a blood vessel connotation, which is very. I mean, it's dangerous. Then
they're seeing that prolonged effects, cardiac effects, in young kids. And kids are seeing heart conditions that are developing post, the COVID.
Right. And these football players are playing back, and they're a lot of them are overweight and other things, and they haven't checked out their hearts as good as they could have, and they found that's in the and they found that out. So well, Chad, I'm glad. So you got a lot of experience with this COVID-19.
The crazy thing too, I should mention. So they traced me for a while post being tested, and so they called me every couple of weeks here and there to check on me. And here, about a month ago, they had me go get antibody tested because they were tracking my antibodies.
That's what you're supposed to have, I guess, maybe.
Yeah. Well, so they tracked them, and I had to get tested a couple times. And when I got tested, they said, no, you don't have any antibodies now. And they said, you need to act like you can get it again.
Really? So that antibodies thing could be just short term.
Yeah. That's what they're finding. They've already found, reinfection has already taken place. So they're seeing it.
So then definitely you could. Wow, that's too bad. You can get it back. See, so it's a bad.
It's
thing.
Scary.
It's a bad thing, and so glad we got to talk a little about that. Mm-hmm. But so Tredwell is doing. That's right. Throw that up there. Is doing a little inside too, right? Is that correct or not?
Yeah, we do have. Yeah, we have limited indoor. Our max capacity is 50, and so by the COVID requirements here in Illinois, we can do half of our capacity, which is 25. I actually even went down less than that. I only have roughly 16 seats inside. I didn't want any more than that because I've got a small cafe, and even though we can keep people 6 feet apart, it's still so small that, I just didn't want to take that chance. So we're trying to be a little more, specific on the inside of who how many we let in there. And then outside, I've got, the seats set up, and we have about 25 seats outside that you can sit on, front and back. So
my understanding is the governor made new criteria for restaurants, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And people are supposed to basically come in with masks, and everybody's masked, right? Basically, until they eat or something like that.
what the new update did, prior to the new update, you had to wear a mask to come in. But what the new update says is that anytime you interact with staff at the restaurant or cafe, you have to put the mask on. So if a server comes to your table, you're supposed to mask up to talk to the server. My cafe, if you need to come up to get a refill or things like that, you're supposed to, mask up to come up. So that's what the new updates did, is anytime you talk with any of the staff, you're supposed to put a mask on.
Yeah, and this could be, I mean, just not cafes or restaurants, just inside activity. If that starts picking up, this could be
right.
You better watch out here because it could be a spreader. I mean, it probably is going to pick up with the inside activity, I guess.
Yeah.
And church is the same. My church is back inside now. Some are not inside, and
right.
I'll be honest with you, I have not gone to those services. I've been a online person, and I like this online stuff here, so I guess we like online.
Yeah.
But, I do want to meet people, don't get me wrong, but it's just the way it is right now.
Yeah.
And anyway, let's go a little more what's happening at Tredwell. And I'm going to show, let's see, where is that? I think this is it. I think I get the right. Oh, you can't hardly see it, but both of us are up. I won't take this down. We can do that. Well, you just have a menu here, and you can get these items through that app, right?
Yeah, correct. We've got the mobile order ahead app. It's now called Odeko, Odeko, and you can download it. You can select us, and you can order your whatever you'd like to order. We update it daily. If we run out of something, we'll update it. But everything's there. You can also phone in orders. We're okay with that too. If you want to call us and place an order.
Oh, you can do that too. Similar idea somewhat, right? Call in. But.
Yeah. And we do have PDF versions of our menu. We've got QR codes here that if somebody wants to take a menu to go, they can just scan. And they've got a PDF.
I should have had that here. I'm sorry I don't have that today here. Yeah. But that's cool, Chad. The people can get that menu and keep up to date on that. And
yes, sir.
So when they, is it curbside or are they walking in? That's what I mean, because curbside's pretty hard where you're at. I know. How does that work?
Yeah, we were lucky the city is working with us tremendously.
How about any curbside idea?
Yeah, they gave us 2 spots in front of our store that we.
I see. That's what I was wondering. So they haven't been up there in a while, so you can do a curbside.
Yes, yeah. So we've got spots, and we've got a sign out that says curbside pickup, and you can pull up. And in the app, you can put the make and model and color of your car. So when we see you pull up, you can run out. So, yeah.
My car old.
Same here. Yep.
Old. I mean old. They don't even, the model's not even made anymore. The manufacturer's it's a Mercury Grand Marquis, so it's old.
Yeah. Hey.
It's 20. No, it's what am I thinking? Mine just went 2000. It's from 2000. It's that old. So it's 20 years old. It runs nice though. It's a nice car. I had a Cadillac, so I got on the big car. Sort of, that's my thing.
Yeah.
So we can come by and pick that up. What you have there. That's cool. That's cool. And,
we also have we also have Grubhub, so you can go through Grubhub to have delivery
delivered to you, right?
Yeah. No, they'll you can place an order in Grubhub, and a driver will come and pick it up and deliver it to you wherever you are.
That's what I meant. They deliver it to you.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Now, you're going to tell me, okay, I got that's a latte, you said, right?
Yeah, that's just a latte with a little stylized photo we did. Just
it's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool. And so your hours are, I think they're a little longer than I thought they were. I thought you have some pretty extended hours. What are your hours now at the cafe, at the coffee?
Yeah. So Monday through Saturday, we're 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then Sunday, we're 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Well, what was the other week? The rest of the week is what?
7 to 5 p.m.
7 to 5.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a pretty good length of time there. You're open there with everybody. So
Yeah.
and you got your noontime lunch little menu there, so you can order that.
Yep.
And I don't know, anything else you want to throw in here, Chad? We can about your place. It's just a beautiful little operation there. It's a nice little cafe, and we're hoping, as we all are, that we get that vaccine and we can come back and be more a little socializing yet.
Yeah.
But right
Definitely.
now, we'll just do what we can, and we got to keep Chad moving here. What's anything else you want to add, Chad?
Yeah, I was just going to say, we've got some great projects in the work. The big thing that we did was we actually brought baking back in-house. So we officially bake all of our pastries and baked goods here in-house. Yeah. I brought in a baker that, she's trained and pastry chef, and she came in and helped us get started. Lynette was wonderful in getting us started. And now I've got 2 bakers in-house that every day they're coming in to bake and do production. And so pastries are always fresh baked. That's a wonderful thing we're able to do. The other big thing that I'd like to mention is that starting next week, we're hoping to have it launched by Thursday of next week, a whole new food menu. So we're going to switch things up. Now a lot of the food that's currently on our menu, we're going to have, it'll just be, just switched up a little bit. And we're going to offer a more extensive menu. So we're going to be bringing in about 6 lunch sandwiches, 3 breakfast sandwiches. We'll have some kids sandwiches as well.
So you're going to have it by Thursday?
Maybe? Thursday of next week. That's the goal.
I hope so, because I want to tell you what I had my idea was.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to mention that.
Yeah, it's a perfect timing here. All right.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, the new sandwich then. Let me see what else we got here. I got to let's see what else we got. Well, here's where you can see some of these updates and what's happening at TredwellCoffee.com. So just take a look there. I didn't look at Facebook. I probably should have. You have Facebook presence too, right?
Yeah, we have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Oh, so really? Wow. Okay, we're in all these. I'm not. I'm just Facebook. I haven't done too much Instagram. I do some Twitter, but I haven't done Instagram.
I think if I didn't have the business, I wouldn't have any of it. It's just too depressing these days.
Oh, there's a lot of things out there. That's true. There's too much here.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. Now, we got those new sandwiches coming on Thursday. Now, I'm not going to, don't get me, I'm not going to press you. I've just thought about it. This is maybe just the timing, maybe. It's a timing thing. I just was thinking for Tredwell and Chad and all those employees and everybody, just to keep this operation going. Let's have a day on Friday, next Friday. Let's make that Remember Tredwell Day, and do all that ordering and pickups and everything. That's the 18th, and I just want, and I can celebrate with some new sandwiches too.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, it'll be fun. And then we would love to hear feedback too. Let us know if, this is just, we're reinventing our menu, and we love feedback, good or bad. If it's bad, it can help us learn and grow. And if it's good.
I appreciate you saying that. You're in a good man to it's hard to critique sometimes, and we got to do it in a loving way, but a helpful way. If there's something that needs help, then we should help our brothers. Right. And Chad's been a good brother. We've had clergy groups meet down there, and I know other groups out of the people. Just it's a meeting place there, and just hope we can get through this together with Chad and his employees there, and just help Tredwell. We'll remember. Next 18th, we'll have a Remember Tredwell Day, and we'll just when you if you get your menu, I don't know when you're going to,
Yeah.
but get something. Let me have that, and we'll
Sure.
put it around too.
Yeah. Yeah,
and,
definitely.
and we'll do that. And I gotta do some things on my site today. I haven't done. I got sidetracked here. So many different community things happening lately, and I forgot there's a pantry on Monday, a free one. I don't have all the details right in front of me right now, but there's another pop up. The city, it's on the city site. I'm going to put it on my XPian so you can see it there. But there's
Yeah.
a lot of things happening here, and if you need that testing that Chad was talking about, that is a toughie. We had that at First Press a few weeks ago, and
Yeah.
we got 70 to 80 came through.
That's good.
More, but
Yeah.
70 to 80, and
Yeah.
still needs to be testing out there. And one site that does testing is the VNA people.
Mhm.
They do it. It's let's see. I get my 630-892-4355. It's 630-892-4355 VNA testing for COVID-19, and that's an appointment type thing. So that's a good way. But
Yeah.
I think they were saying their test times weren't so great either,
Yeah.
and
They're
it wasn't
a little longer.
a couple days. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't think it should be the faster the better.
Right. Now, John, I'd also like to mention, if you don't mind, every Sunday, right out front of our store, we have a pop-up food pantry. So we're working with Ally Legion that every Sunday you can drive up from 1 to 3 o'clock and get, whatever groceries, toiletries, whatever we have available. If you need it, it's yours. No
Really?
questions asked. Yeah. So every Sunday from 1 to 3, we do a quick pop-up in front of the shop.
Can you just write me a text on that or send me something?
Yeah, I sure can.
We'll push that one too.
Yeah.
There's these pop-ups that are really good. They help people.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did this. I want to be honest with you. They had this chicken. Have you heard about this, Chad? I'm just digressing here a moment. They had a chicken giveaway over at Wabansie Valley last Saturday.
Wow.
And now here's the catch. Everybody it was 42,000 pounds of chicken and 42,000 pounds of rice.
Wow.
Everybody could get 10 pounds of each.
That's great.
I figured if you do your math, that's 4,000 cars.
That's a lot.
I don't know. They say they gave it all away, but I still can't believe there was 4,000 cars that went through Wabansie.
That's amazing.
It's like 40,000 pounds.
That's amazing.
Chicken.
That's a lot of.
Maybe they took it back. It was Amigo brand meats did that.
Yeah.
The rice. I forgot who the rice was.
Right.
But I thought, wow, that's the biggest giveaway I've ever heard of. 42,000 pounds of chicken.
That's crazy.
Pollo con arroz.
Yeah.
They're a little Spanish. Rice and chicken. That's a stable thing there.
Yeah.
You got a lot of good foods down there. Yeah, I know you've had some. You have with meats too, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. We've got a lot of different options. We've got the traditional meat sandwiches. We also have vegetarian options, vegan options. So
Right.
Yeah, we've got quite a bit.
I know you guys. So that's a very good thing.
Yeah.
So I just thank Chad for being with us. So remember, next Friday we're going to try to. Well, I don't want to make him have a headache, but let's give him a good headache if he's going
to take a headache.
Let's give him a good headache.
We'll have a party and we'll have fun.
Let's just see if we can do a little blasting here and do something good that way.
Appreciate it.
I thank Chad for being with us here today.
Yeah.
And
thank you.
Do one more thing here, Chad. One more. I forgot this. I should have done this different order. But we'll see you Monday at 5, everybody. We'll have our special guest. It'll be special because I don't know who it is yet. It's special. So again, we thank Chad for being with us here. And as we always do at the end, Chad, I'm going to I got to get my thing here. It says, I'm working here. Where is it? There it comes. God bless and bye-bye. So, Chad, thank you much. We'll talk again, and keep up the good work there, you and your staff there. And remember, next Friday, let's give it to Chad and Tredwell. And remember Tredwell next Friday. So God bless.
God bless.
Bye-bye, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.